Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So Apple has finally released its most stable macOS Tahoe update, which is 26.4, and today we will be testing it on VMware to see if it's worth it. Also, in this video, I will fix the most common issue with Apple account login, as many users need macOS Tahoe for their Xcode 26 development, and we all know that Apple has blocked access to Apple accounts on their virtual machines. But our team has finally figured out a way to bypass this, and you can finally use your Apple account on the latest macOS Tahoe. So in this video, I will share a step-by-step guide to installing macOS Tahoe 26.4 on VMware, bypassing Apple account login using the special VMDK file, and also help you run Xcode 26. So let's get started. We will install the latest macOS Tahoe 26.4 and use the latest VMware 25H2 U1. This method is exclusive to Intel users as we are using the special Tahoe VMDK file. First, go to this URL and download the latest version of VMware. Once downloaded, install it. Next, you will need the macOS Unlocker to unlock the macOS guest operating system. Next, we will download the macOS Tahoe VMDK file. So you can just go to this URL and download the file. You can download this free VMDK file, which is in beta 1, and then you can later update it to the latest version. For Apple account access, you will need the special VMDK file created by our team. So you can purchase this for exclusive access with Google Drive, Mediafire, and Mega. So as I have already downloaded this file, so I will skip this process. Lastly, we will need the Darwin.iso file to install VMware tools on our VM. So great, moving on. So make sure you have installed VMware Workstation Pro and unlock the macOS guest operating system. So if you are new, you can watch this video shared in my profile. Once installed, open VMware. Now click on Create a new virtual machine. Select Custom and then click on Next. Under Hardware Compatibility, select the latest 25H2 version and then click on Next. Here, select I will install the operating system later and then click on Next. Now, select Apple macOS and then select macOS 26 as the version. So if you don't see Apple macOS, this means you have not installed the macOS Unlocker correctly. Once done, click on Next. Now, set a name and location for your virtual machine and then click on Next. You can keep the number of processors to default and then click on Next. Here, set the memory for your virtual machine. You can set it to anything above 8 gigs and then click on Next. Under Network Type, select NAT and then click on Next. Select LSI logic under IO controller and then click on Next. Under Disk Type, select SATA and then click on Next. Here, select Use an existing virtual disk and then click on Next. Now click on Browse and attach the macOS Tahoe VMDK file that you have downloaded above. Once done, click on Next. So this is the complete summary of your virtual machine. Just click Finish and you are done. Now, click on Power on this virtual machine to start your macOS Tahoe VM. So since we are using this VMDK file, you have already bypassed the entire macOS installation process, which will take around 2 hours. So after a while, you will see the account login page. Just type 0904 as the password and log into your macOS. You can go to System Settings and later change the account details to your own. So this is just a local account that I have used to log in and it can be deleted later. Once logged in, you will see that your desktop resolution is currently low. For this, we will install the VMware tools. To do that, go to the download page and download the Darwin.iso file. Once downloaded, save it to your desktop. Now go back to your VM and in the top menu, click on VM, then go to Removable Devices, then CD/DVD and then click on Settings. Under CD/DVD, click on Browse and then attach the Darwin.iso file that you have downloaded. Once attached, click on Connected under Device Status and then click on OK. Once you click on OK, you will see the VMware tools pop up. Here, click on Install VMware tools and proceed with the installation. So if you see this warning stating System extension is blocked, just click on Open System Settings. Once the system settings open up, you will see that VMware services were blocked. So just click on Allow and close the system settings. Now restart the VMware Tools installation. Once the installation is complete, click on Restart and restart your VM. Once restarted, you will see that your desktop resolution has changed. So congratulations, you have successfully installed the VMware Tools. Moving on, we will now try to log into our Apple account. To do that, open System Settings and then click on Sign In. Now type in your Apple account credentials and within no time your account will be logged in. Now, if I talk about the first macOS Tahoe release and the current 26.4 release, this release is much more stable when running on a virtual machine. So I tried allocating all the resources of my machine to this VM and it's way better than before, but it still needs improvement. The previous version was way more laggy and sometimes impossible to work with. With 26.4, you will be able to perform your tasks, but you will still need a lot of patience. 26.4 is way more improved on VMs, but it is still not perfect. So I also tried installing Xcode 26 to see if it's working. So let me show it to you. To install Xcode, you will need to open your App Store. Once opened, click on the Sign In button in the bottom left. Now type in your Apple account credentials to log in. Once logged in the search bar, type Xcode and download the application. So this will take some time depending upon your internet speed and then you will be able to install the application. So that's it for today. The test seemed pretty okayish in terms of running macOS Tahoe on a virtual machine. After testing the early release of macOS Tahoe, we have come a long way, but it still needs improvement. So if you are desperate and want to use macOS Tahoe, you can go ahead and install the latest version 26.4. Otherwise, you can stick to macOS Sequoia and wait for the further releases of macOS Tahoe. So I will keep you posted with every single release, so stay tuned on the channel. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up and do subscribe to our channel for more amazing videos like these. I'll see you in the next one.